Guys, this is Shani, and I am back, y'all, and with a vengeance. Well, maybe not quite as much of a vengeance as before. I have not posted a video in about 2 months, which is nuts, and I am so sorry for being gone that long. In the last couple of videos that I posted, I told you guys that I had 2 jobs now. I've been adulting pretty hard, and so I haven't really had as much time to film and edit and come up with stuff every week. So I have come up with something a little bit different. My posting schedule will probably be every other week now, just to give me some time in between to think of really good things to bring you guys. I would rather have quality than quantity, and as a result my diet has taken a backseat as well, but I'm getting back on track with that, and I will keep you guys posted as, you know, I go along with it. Story time. So I blow dried my hair out, got it all nice and frizzy, went to go get my straightener out, and my straightener, which is this thing right here, this beautiful pink cheese straightener that I've had for about 6 or 7 years, finally kicked the bucket. It's been a sad day for me in this household. It's hard to cope with the loss of an old trusty friend, but it must happen at some point. This'll get you killed. I was really bummed until I remembered I have a backup. But the thing is, this backup is about 10 years old or older, and I haven't used it in a good 7 or 8 years, give or take a couple, maybe 1 or 2. So it could fry my hair into oblivion. Why not film it and put it on the internet for millions of people to see? But before we do anything else, I think it's only appropriate to pay tribute to my old friend by having a moment of silence. Now that that's over, let's get down to business. There she is! The Maxius Maxi Glide. I'm 24 years old and I still can't say that with a straight face. If I was 14 or 15, I would have robbed a freaking bank to get this thing. I wanted it so badly. Beforehand, I was using one of those old Conair straighteners, you know, the ones with gold plates that are supposedly ceramic, but it's probably just metal that gets really hot, and it pretty much made my hair look about like this. I remember the first time I used this, and I fell in love. It worked so well, and it straightened my coarse, dry, curly hair, and I loved it. We'll see if it still does. The unique thing about this puppy is that it does have actual ceramic plates. I believe they are removable. There's like a couple of buttons right here, if you can see, and my awful nails that need to be repainted. Yes, you can press the buttons and slide them out. There is a side with combs. Actually, there is only one side that comes out. It's just the combs right here. And then there's a flat side. And it's basically just like a built-in comb for your hair while you're straightening it. So that kind of cuts down a little bit on having to use a brush, you know, in front of your straightener to keep your hair smooth. The other unique thing about this is that it has a chamber right here that you fill with water. It's removable. And it just slides out like so. There's a little thing right here. Set that down. You can just unplug it and fill it with water. I filled this with bottled water because I figured it might work a little bit better, and it might be a little bit easier on the straightener itself as opposed to just tap water or well water, which is what we have here where I live. I turned it on, and I turned it on the highest setting. It has a little knob down here that you can move to turn it on. I have it on the highest setting. This button, or this little light right here, will blink whenever it's, you know, getting hot, and then once it is hot, it will stop. And then there's a button right here, right above the chamber that I showed you. Now that the straightener is hot, I can kind of show you how that works. You just press it down. I don't know if you can hear that. But it's basically steaming now, so without further ado, does this thing still work? Before we get started, I'm going to put a heat protectant on my hair, and ironically enough, I am using Cheese Silk Infusion. I'm just going to dab like a little tiny amount. A little goes a long way. About that much. I'm gonna rub it into my hands. It's very greasy, very greasy. Working it through the ends because those are the driest part of the hair. I don't want to bring it up here to the root because then it might weigh my hair down, and we don't want that. As per usual, I have put my hair in a half up, half down do. And we're gonna get started. So I'm gonna take some sections, little by little, at the moment, until we get to the top layer of my hair. And basically what I'm doing is I'm just kind of doing a once over with it. Woo! Woo, that's hot. Woo! Okay. Gonna go back through and steam it. Just pressing the button periodically. What do you know? Look at that. That's not too bad. That's not too bad. 10 years old and still going strong, baby. So I've taken the rest of my hair down and we're gonna see how this goes. I'm gonna be really careful with this part. Just passing it through. Tossing it through. You can kind of see it combing the hair. It sort of steams it too. It only looks like it's frying it. Okay, I'm almost done with side one. This has literally taken me like 5 minutes. It is so fast. And I remember, I'm gonna switch sides here. I remember whenever I first bought this, or whenever I was first watching the infomercials for it before I bought it, they marketed it as a product that cut down on your hairstyling time, and boy were they right. So normally, like I said, with a cheese straightener I have to you know, go section by section, and when I say that I mean like half up, half down, and then do a second layer and then a third layer and all of that mess, which you still might have to do if you have really coarse thick hair, but mine's fine. And so I've only done 2 layers, which I haven't really been able to do in a long time, without it looking really frizzed out and nasty and not good. I'm like literally coming up on the finish line. Like I said, this has taken me about 5 minutes just to like finish up. I am just blown away by how good this is working. Holy cow! Getting some of the layers in the back there. Just touch it. That is it. My hair is finished. It took no time at all, and I'm going to turn around and kind of show you guys what it looks like from the back. I think there's like a little bit of a bump right there, but I can fix that pretty quickly. Anyway, that is what it looks like. My hair feels really soft, really silky. I'm really pleasantly surprised with just how well it still works. It's literally been out of use for the last 6 or 7 years. I haven't used it for a really long time. I'm going to share with you guys some pros and cons between my Maxius and my cheese straightener. First pro is fairly obvious, and that is the plate size. The cheese plate size is actually a great deal smaller, which can be really good for short hair, but personally I prefer the bigger plates because it cuts down on the styling time so much. I've said it 5 times already, I think, in this video. It literally took me like 5 or 6 minutes to do my hair, which, as you know, with the chi it takes about 20. The other really good thing about this is that you can remove the plates and clean them, or one of the plates and clean them. You can clean the other side, which you can do that with the chi, but it's not quite as easy. You can't just run it underwater. You know, this you can take out the plate, run it underwater, and it's, you know, and clean it out and do all that good stuff. The other thing is that this one has a heat setting. You can you can roll this. I'm turning it off now since I don't need it anymore, but you can roll this and you can have it as hot as you want or not so hot. And with this one, you just flip it on right there and it just has one heat setting. And if you have not as curly hair, you might not need that much heat. The cords on this one, on these, are about the same length, so that's really not an issue. Some of the cons for the Maxius Maxi Glide is that while the plates are bigger and it cuts down on styling time, it also is more bulky and a little bit harder to maneuver, whereas my cheese straightener is a little bit easier to kind of get in everywhere. The other thing is there's not much versatility with what you can do with this tool. I can't curl my hair with a Maxi Glide, but I can with my cheese straightener, and there's actually a video that I did curling my hair with a cheese straightener, and I will put an annotation right there. So click over there to go to that video. The other thing that I would say is that it takes a great deal longer for this one to heat up as it does for my chi. It took my chi like maybe a minute or less. probably like 30 seconds to heat up and get hot all the way. This one takes quite a bit longer. Alright, my lovelies, that is it for this video. If you liked it, give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more. I will be doing probably a lot of like different types of beauty videos. I've been getting a lot of different types of inspiration, talking about things that matter to me. Just sort of a, I don't know, a plethora of different things. But like I said, if you enjoyed this, let me know. If you have any products that you still use that are 10 plus years old, or maybe not quite that old, but any trusty products that you are still using and still loving to this day, let me know in the comment section below. And if you have anything you want me to do or talk about or whatever, let me know and I will try to make that happen for you. I love you guys. Thank you so much for the support on this channel. You know, let's help it grow. Let's do something here. Let's make some magic happen. But anyway, yeah, I love you guys, and I will see you guys maybe not next week, but the week after. Peace.